Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter, the So What test, and how it will instantly improve your marketing. Here's a copywriting trick I learned years ago. It's improved almost every piece of marketing that I've ever written. Every time you finish a sentence, stop. Now imagine your prospect leaning back in his chair, looking you right in the eye and asking, so what? Not because they're rude, because they're trying to figure out one thing. How does this help? You write, we've been in business for 30 years. So what? We have a proprietary process. So what? We use cutting edge technology. So what? The question is the bridge between a feature and a benefit. The feature is what you do. The benefit is your answer to so what? We've been in business for 30 years, which means we've probably solved the exact problem you're facing. We have a proprietary process, which means fewer surprises and a smoother experience. We use cutting edge technology, which means we can identify problems sooner, finish fast, or give you greater confidence in your decision. Now your marketing actually means something. A few years ago, I was in Las Vegas and I wandered into a watch store at Caesar's Palace. The salesperson immediately started listing features. This movement is hand assembled. It has a 72-hour power reserve. The case is grade 5 titanium. Then he looked at me like I was supposed to be impressed. The truth is, I had no idea why any of that mattered. So I thanked him and kept on walking. A few stores later, I stopped in a Breitling boutique. This salesperson took a completely different approach. He said, people don't buy this watch because it's titanium. They buy it because 20 years from now, you'll still enjoy wearing it. And if you ever decide to sell it, there's a good chance you'll recover much of what you paid. That was the moment I understood the difference. The first salesman described the watch. The second salesman described what it was like to own the watch. And that's exactly what all your marketing should do. Most professionals understand features versus benefits, at least in theory, but then they write a website, a LinkedIn profile, or a sales email, and they stop at the feature. They assume the prospect will connect the dots. Unfortunately, they won't. Not because they're incapable, but it's really because they're busy. They're scanning your website, scrolling social media, reading your emails between meetings. So if you don't explain why something matters, they'll move on to someone who does. So here's an assignment. We all hate home. Open your website, read every headline, every bullet, every sentence, and after each one, ask yourself, so what? If the next sentence doesn't answer that question, your marketing isn't finished. So if you'd like me to help you turn feature-driven marketing into benefit-driven messaging that gets prospects interested, comment coach or visit the link that's in the bio. In a single strategy session, I'll review your website, your marketing materials, and your messaging with you. I'll show you exactly where you're describing features instead of communicating benefit, where you're assuming prospects will connect the dots instead of connecting them for them. And I'll give you practical ideas you can implement immediately to transform flat informational marketing into messaging that captures attention, creates interest, and makes affluent prospects want to start a conversation. Sometimes it's not that your service isn't valuable, it's simply that your marketing isn't communicating its value. Comment to coach or visit the link in the bio and I'll send you the details. This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this edition of the Velvet Rope Playbook. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.